already been in school all day, and then they come to our school and they do more school. It's pretty interesting the way that they do everything, but we plan for the elementary schoolers, and I have a pretty I guess smart group of elementary schoolers. I have a smarter group and a group that is smart but doesn't know as much English. I think Brian actually has a couple classes where they know barely any English. So it's been kind of a challenge for a couple of those classes for us. So, but it's pretty interesting though. They come there and they're there until like 6:30. So these kids are going to school all day, but they're very, very smart. One of my classes in elementary school, we're doing a unit on simple machines, and today was the second day on simple machines, and I had students that already remembered what an axle was and a lever and expository nonfiction writing. Like, these kids had memorized their vocab list in like a day. So they're very motivated. Everybody always has their homework done. It's very different, and if you don't send homework to for them to do, like, the Korean parents will call the Korean teachers and be like, why don't they have homework? So education over here is very, very important. Brian and I were walking tonight around town, and a high school got out at 10 o'clock at night, and there was buses filling the streets for a high school, and there must have been another high school because there's so many students that got out of this high school, and it was an English school. So it's crazy. Like, America's gonna be, like, I don't know, dominated or whatever by these Korean people who are so smart. So anyway, so I talked about the schedule and a little bit about the curriculum. It's pretty easy. We're doing some Scott Forsman stuff, so I thought that was pretty funny, because people in America are doing that too. They play game with like every single lesson, and we have like a list of games we can pick from. Today we played a dice game with vocabulary, not with vocabulary, with reading. And you basically you let the student roll dice, and you kind of go in a line, and whatever number they land on, they either have to read, they point to someone to read, they have to do 10 push-ups or 20 jumping jacks, or the teacher reads, or everybody reads together. It's pretty fun. So that's just one of the games that we played today that made today really fun. Anyway, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we don't have as many breaks, but the new schedule next week is giving me a break. So Mondays and Fridays, I don't even have my first class until 10:50. So I'm there for almost 2 hours just sitting, like, planning. And then for the whole rest of the day, I don't have a break, but I have 2 hours in the morning. Like, it's not a big deal. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we don't have a break in the morning, but in the afternoon when the elementary schoolers are there, we have one class, and a class is 45 minutes. So from 3 o'clock until 6:30, we have one 45-minute class, and the rest of the time we can plan. So I think the schedule is going to turn out to be really, really nice. And, like, you know, if we have to stay late, it's not a big deal, because that doesn't really happen very often. So I talked about that, and the number of students, yes, the classes are pretty small, but combined we probably have about 30 students. And we do have to do, like, monthly reports and stuff like that on each student. So there is work to do. Like, it's not... and we do have to turn in lesson plans. They're not very detailed, but we do have to turn them in the day before we teach them. So we don't have to plan a week in advance or anything, just one day in advance. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a couple students who get on my nerves already. Most of them are boys who giggle about everything, and you can't get them to stop giggling. But I guess it's better for them to be giggling than to be, like, fighting each other or, like, yelling at you or something, when my other class did last year. So anyway, I'm trying to think. That's pretty much that's pretty much it right now. I'm going to blog about some of the other things that we've experienced, like the food and McDonald's and Baskin Robbins and stuff like that. Do you want to add anything about your teaching? Brian actually is broken out in hives since we got here, so hopefully he'll get better soon, because it's making him very itchy. Not sure what he's allergic to. Probably the octopus that we ate on accident when we first got here. Alright, well, I'll keep vlogging. I'm sorry this video was so long. I hadn't updated about the teaching for a while, and I thought you guys might find some of the stuff interesting. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay.